Hey guys, this is GeorgPwns and I'm bringing you yet another Redstone tutorial. Well, in fact, this episode isn't really a Redstone tutorial. It is a tutorial on my One Punch skeleton farm. Or you could do it with zombies as well. Now in here, we have the spawner. I have it on peaceful mode at the moment, in my copy of my multiplayer world. Just so I can show you guys generally what it's about. Now, as you can see, you got a skeleton spawner in an 8x9 room. The pad that the skeletons can spawn above is 8x8, and the 9th block over here is so the skeletons can go into this stream running that way. The skeleton spawner is 2 blocks from the ground and 3 blocks from the roof. And I've also got a viewing platform over here. Now, to keep the room completely dark, I've made a piston door here, so you can have it lit up in here. But when you go through here, it is completely dark, and no monsters will spawn because there are half slabs here which mobs cannot spawn on. Anyway, once the skeletons spawn in midair around the spawner, they fall into water and get transported along this stream. Now what these little bumps in the ground do is they transport, they allow the water to be the water stream to be lengthened without the skeletons stopping. So they'll continue down and then up the stairs without stopping, as you saw there. And monsters instinctively swim up water blocks. So right now all I'm doing is holding down space and it is swimming through water blocks. And as there's air in between each water block, the skeletons do not drown. When the skeletons reach the top, they come to this water block, which will push them here and make them fall down that chute. I didn't take any damage as I'm in creative mode, though this fall would almost always leave skeletons with 1 hit to kill. As you can see, I've used this quite a lot to get enchantments on my multiplayer world, so it's also good for bones and arrows, which is good. I'm going to now cut to another skeleton spawner I found in this world so I can show you how to build it. Okay, as you can see, I am at the skeleton spawner I found. This one was actually caved in under the desert, which is pretty cool. And you can also see that I've dug out my 8x9 room. And I guess we'll show you how to build it. Okay, so as I said, first you have to dig out an 8x9 room around the skeleton spawner. 8 that way, I guess, and 9 the way that the skeletons are going to drop. So the stream is going to be along here, and I'm going to have the collection point and the tower that drops them down over there. So what we want to do is we want to make a 3 deep trench down this side. And we also want to have 2 blocks below this, actually. So let me just... Oh, abandoned mineshaft. Okay. I'm actually just gonna dig this out, and I'll be back. Okay, I'm back. The skeleton spawner is now 3 blocks from the roof, 2 blocks from the spawn pad, and there is a 2 block high trench down the side. Anyway, we'll add the water last because that gets a bit annoying. Now, just to see how far the water goes, because the thing is 8 blocks wide, it will go exactly to the edge of this spawn pad. Now, theoretically, you could have the tower right here and drop it and then transport them over to where you want them to be. Though, I prefer to do it this way. Now, to make these things that extend the path of the water, I guess. You make it so the block where the water ends, there's a drop down, so that makes the water continue. And then you make a stair block here, and a sign above the stair block. Now what that will do is it will create water, it'll make water go there. Actually, sorry, a sign there. And another water source block here. And you just continue it as such, and it should be along the same level. I'll remove the water though, because it gets a bit tedious trying to fight the water while you're making this. Now, before we move on, we want to see how far away we want the skeletons to drop. Now, we want the skeletons at least 16 blocks away from the spawner, so we're going to want them on the 17th block. And this is because if skeletons are within that range of the spawner, the spawner will not spawn any more skeletons. It'll cap at, I think, 6 skeletons. Don't quote me on that. But you have to be within 16 blocks of the spawner for it to spawn mobs as well. So what you want is for on the 17th block to be where the mobs drop, and for you to be able to just sit at the 16th block and kill them. So what we're going to do is we're going to measure. This is block number 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. Torch. And that's where we're going to want to stand. And then on this block here is where we're going to want the skeletons to drop. I am actually going to dig out a viewing room now, just to make it, I guess, presentable. And I'll be back. Hey guys, I'm back. As you can see, I've cleared out this room, and I'm telling you, it took so long. Like, if you're planning to build one of these spawn things, and if you find a spawner under the desert, just don't. It was hell. But that's cool, because we are back and we'll continue building this. Now what we want to do is we want to find out what the coordinates for this thing is, so we can line up the stream. Now we'll see what coordinate this is facing. We can see that it is the X coordinate. So let's walk in here, note it down, 313. And that is where we are going to want the stream to lead to. I kind of extended this a little bit, not too much. So dig through this wall a little bit more. And that should be 313. There we go. This is where we are going to want the monsters to go up. And, yeah. I guess we'll have a little viewing area, like I did in my other one, so we can see them floating to their doom. And the water will just, like, as an example of this last one, the water will flow here, and you just put a sign there, and some more water there, and you just keep, going up, I guess. And, yeah, let's build that tower, and then we'll fill it with water. Okay, so what we do is we come, and I'm inside sand. Okay. Still hate the sand. Hate it with a vengeance. Really? Sand just hates me. That's okay. We'll work out our differences. Okay, so what we're gonna want to do is we're gonna want to make it... wait, I'll get back to you on that one. Okay, I'm back. Sorry about the guys. I just forgot how, like, exactly how tall, the tower was supposed to be. I looked it up. Well, pretty much it needs to be 22 blocks tall. Because every block after 3 blocks that you fall, because you take damage after you fall more than 3 blocks, and pretty much So after the 3 blocks, every block after that you take a half heart damage from the fall. And I think I figured out that skeletons have like 20 half hearts, so it's like 10 hearts. Again, don't quote me on that, but I just realized it was 22, and this is exactly where they have to fall from. Only problem is sometimes they kind of jump off the water block that will be here, and they just fall down and take just enough damage to kill themselves. But yeah, it's not too much of a problem because not that many of them die. So now I'm just going to tower up here as such, and it won't take too long, but I'll be back. Okay, there we go. Tower's built and connected. Now all we have to do is I guess put all the water up them, and I'll show you an example of that, and then I will do the rest myself because yeah, it'll get boring. Okay, to do the water in the spawn room, just put water all along the back of the spawn room. And the sound is a little bit loud for me, so I'm going to turn it down to about 10. Much better. I'm just breaking all the torches off here because I don't really want to have to come back in here. And it's on peaceful, so it's not really too much of a problem. Then you put 1 water source block there, and that'll continue. And you put the source blocks here, as I told you before. That'll lead on to here. Now, I was actually wrong in what I told you before. You're going to want the water source block here, so they swim up it. And you're also going to want one there. And what that will do is they'll swim up that, whereas before this water source block flows down and flows into that, and it'll make them stuck about here. And all you do is it'll go sign, 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 and water in between all of them. And that's how it's going to be done. I guess it shouldn't actually take too long. Already almost done, actually. Yeah, so that's that. I don't even think you have to put that side on the top. I'll probably take that out in a sec. So you just fill every second block with water, and every other block with signs, and that is actually going to flood my room. And then you just put a sign right there. Not there, you don't need that one. Just there, and that will cause them... You don't need that sign. That would cause them to flow here. And I'm actually flying, and they will drop down and have 1 heart left. So you can own them, I guess. And yeah, that's about it. For that part of it. I guess I'll make the spawn room quickly. I'll get the stuff for that, and I'll be back. Okay, guys, now it's time to build the simple piston door over here. I actually decided to build it on this side as opposed to that one, because the stream's running under that, and it would have interfered with the redstone. Anyway, pretty much what you do is on both sides, like it's symmetrical, you run redstone around like this, so they're both going into this one point, and you run into a redstone torch, which in turn goes into a bit of redstone. And I'm pretty sure you can use a redstone repeater. It's not necessary, though. And you just place some cobblestone blocks there. Then you can wall this up. As I said, very nice, very simple, very compact. Place the push plate there. And push plate here. And wall it up on this side as well. Just be sure not to put a block here, because that will block the redstone current. And there's only 1 tick delay for when you step on the pressure plate, so it's also nice and fast. Now we're going to fill this room with some stone half slabs, just so mobs don't spawn in the darkness. And there you go. That's the skeleton spawner complete. I'm going to change to hard mode and show you an example of how it works. Okay guys, well, as you can see, this is working swimmingly. Just got some spawns down there. Occasionally they do spawn on top of the spawner cage, that they walk off pretty quickly. Now I've been sitting here just while I've gone off and done other stuff, and it's working because I'm pretty sure that's more than 6 mobs that have spawned. So it is out of range, and here I was making sure we were in range, and we are. Now you can just sit here and punch them to death, and that will work. Though I use this in multiplayer, and I know for a fact that whenever you go up and try and punch, like, you can't punch their legs in multiplayer. And if you try and go up to them and punch their heads, which is what you have to do in multiplayer, they will be able to hit you through the glass, whereas they won't be able to do that in single player. So in multiplayer, I recommend you just do this. Though it's also pretty efficient in single player as well. Oh yeah. No, I wasn't actually sitting there for that long, so I didn't actually get that many levels, but as you can see, it is working pretty well, and I've gotten quite a few bones and arrows just from that one 5-minute sesh. Now, what you do here is you just sit here AFK for quite a long time, and that is how you would get experience and arrows and bones. But yeah, so that's the tutorial finished. Hope you guys enjoyed it. Just before I finish this up, I'd like to say thank you to BrenyBeast, who is the main person I got this type of mob farm from, and also EthosLab, because he is just epic with mob related stuff. So go check out their channels, guys. Definitely really good. And I guess I'll see you in the next Redstone tutorial.